What up, everybody? Long locks. This is going to be part two to my series in group economics. And now I'm thinking that I should have written it down, but seeing how I already did the first video shooting from the hip, I feel like some of my as a matter of fact, I've never done a video by format, or if I have, it's been like rare. So it's very rare that I follow a format when I do a video. But this series is pretty easy because I can point out a few areas where this situation could improve. Okay, we were speaking of group economics, and the first portion of it, a lot of it had to do with where we spent our money. I talk a lot about circulating the black dollar, and when we're talking about circulating the dollar, like this is somewhat of a continuation, but kind of not. Because when you're talking about circulating the dollar, I don't think black people have any idea, like on a grand scale of how much buying power we have. Trillions of dollars going to this hair care industry, and I'm willing to bet that at least, I want to say, if not if not one half or more than a half, but at least 1/3 of that goes toward hair that came from somebody else. So I don't want to hear about how we don't have the money to do anything, because when it comes down to shit that we want, we always find the money for it, whether it be weeds or toys or some bullshit. Which leads me to my next topic. Practicing group economics in a political arena. I've been out in Phoenix for a couple years now, and like I said in my last video, I've watched the Hispanic population practice group economics. Now, I have to put this disclaimer out there because I'm pretty sure it's going to be somebody, but I'm pretty sure that everybody with common sense will be able to understand this. The Hispanic population, I'm going to say even as recently as shit. I mean, even now they still get called this, but it was like really thick. Like they used to be called, like the Hispanic population was the population that was known for being the ones to jump the borders. Because all you ever think about is, when you think Hispanic, you think Cuban, you think Mexican, basically, you think, fish jumper. And, just like when you hear African American, some people still think, you still think of the civil rights movement. It's kind of hand in hand. I don't think Cinco de Mayo when I think of Hispanics. You know what I mean? Like, that's just being honest, not being racist, but that's the way people looked at it. That was the fucked up stigma that they had for coming to this country. But when you take a look, they went from being the ones that were known to jump the borders to now, they have came over, they have gotten the formula down, they've created businesses, they've, and I have a couple of, I have some people that I was cool with, from the Hispanic population when I used to live in a bad part of Phoenix, and a lot of them lived together in the same house, and they all put their money together, and they had the same business, and I sat there and I watched this household split in two. I mean, literally, like, it was two dudes and both their families. They both lived there. Both of these dudes got jobs. They put their money together. They started a business. They prospered off the business, and then they split the house. One dude took his family, and they got themselves another house, and they started his own business, and then they put their money together again, brought a third person in, and started another business. Like, I sat there and watched this shit. You see what I'm saying? So there is, like, this shit can be done. Like, people have to be business minded. Now, when you are business minded and you're doing that, the more you practice group economics, the more power you have, especially when it comes to the money that you spend and the politicians that you support. If you guys have noticed, every other community is getting shine, and the black community is basically getting shade. And when you look at, I don't want to get the letters fucked up, but when you look at the gay community, okay, they have power and they have influence through unity. When you look at the Hispanic community, same thing. Even when you look at the women, like the feminist groups, they have power through unity, and they understand that when they practice group economics, you can sway political power, because it's going to follow the money. See, I think Barack Obama has a good understanding that the Hispanic population is really thriving. So to support them would be to support, basically a good portion of money, like the Hispanic population, the feminist women groups, and the gay community. Like, they have a lot of power and influence and money to spend on that power and influence. You understand? So when you have the likes of Barack Obama and he's looking out for the Latino community, by giving all these subsidies and shit to illegals and everything else, like, he's basically giving the Hispanic population more incentive to vote for him because they're getting what they want by casting their vote in him. Black people don't practice that. You see, we have a lot of black people with black businesses, but it's so fractured to the point where, people aren't even, concerned about politics as a whole, at least not enough to practice this group economic shit. Like, if black people really had their shit together as far as businesses and everything else, then you say, as a matter of fact, you don't even have to be as far as owning businesses. It's just as far as, having a certain guideline and sticking to it. Okay, for instance, let's talk about, and I know I'm going back a little bit on this. Let's talk about the Trayvon Martin case. Okay? Motherfuckers was sending George Zimmerman money online to buy his lawyer. Like, the people pay for his lawyers, like big box business entrepreneurs help pay for this dude's attorney fees. It was posted all over Facebook. In fact, I saw one of those posts where it was like, don't buy these products because the manufacturer of these products or the whatever, something in conjunction with those products, basically were owned by a dude who was helping with Zimmerman's defense trial. And to be honest, I stopped buying those products. What was one? Brawny? Like specific name brand products, I stopped buying. You know what I mean? Like certain paper towels, certain tissue, certain everything, I stopped buying because these folks do not like you. You know what I mean? Like, they don't like you. Stop buying their fucking products. It's just like Tommy Hilfiger and everything else. Like, if black people, with all the money, the trillions of dollars that we spend, if we say we're going to fuck this industry up, if y'all don't give us what we want, we're going to take our business elsewhere. And when they start doing that and people really start feeling the crunch of losing like trillions of dollars in revenues, that's when I said, okay, maybe we need to start thinking about what these people want. Maybe, we got to give them something. Like, it's crazy. Like, black folks have been in this country damn near since the beginning. You know what I mean? And yet, we still, but yet, other races can come over here and surpass us. They understand the political arena. Like, they can come over and they can get shit done politically that we cannot. It's because they practice group economics. He's basically saying, we're not going to support you politically unless you give us what we want. We don't give a fuck what color your skin is. But of course, it's easy for Hispanics to say that because there's never been a Hispanic president. You know what I mean? So I wonder that, if there is a Hispanic president, no doubt he's going to be half white. I still don't see any presidents that are going to come out that are not mixed, with another race unless they're Caucasian. Like, basically, I don't see a purely African American or a purely Hispanic person getting in the White House. You know what I mean? Unless they're just totally, totally the token. And y'all know what I mean when I say the token. The token nigga that they have up in front, kind of like the way they push Barack Obama up, smooth talking nigga. Well, I'm not calling him nigga, but smooth talking African American, still mixed with white, so he's still, like he has loyalty there, and he's rooted in politics, you know what I mean? But basically, they will pass the token along, okay? But I think this country is a far cry away from having any ethnic background that is pure African American, basically two African American parents, two Hispanic parents, or two Asian parents. I don't see that happening. At least not anytime soon. I might be wrong. But some of these people understand that, I'm gonna keep using the Hispanic population as an example. If you don't give us what we want, we're not gonna spend our money with you. We're gonna go spend it somewhere else, and we have no problem doing that because we have people over here that have these same kind of businesses, and our money will go there, seeing how the lion's share of it does anyway. And then the more we spend our money with our own, the ones that own all the businesses are taking that money and they're using that for for a political reinforcement. So they got the gate, like they understand. They get it. You know what I mean? Oh man. Oh yeah, let's talk about black politicians for a while. Let's talk about all the cities that black people are in charge of that have went to shit. I ain't gonna talk about all. I could just say a few. Detroit, bankrupt. New Orleans went to shit. Shit, what was the other town? Hold on, what was the other black town? Was it Chicago? Was it? But basically, anywhere that is ran by black people in power, it goes to shit because black people do not practice group economics in a political arena. We accept people just because they black, but we don't look at what is their track record. Are they good at what they do? Do they have the ability to do the job that you want them to? It makes no sense to put a technician in the engineer spot, and it makes no sense to put a burger flipper as a college professor just because of the color of their skin. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to support somebody who does not belong there simply because their skin is black like mine. That's that prison mentality. And that's fucked up that, we will support somebody in they bullshit just because they black. Prison mentality. Is that the only way that we can practice group economics, is accepting somebody's bullshit just because they black? It's crazy. Like, we haven't practiced it any other way. Second time around, there's no way any black people should have voted for Barack Obama. No way. No way. He pandered to every other group except for African Americans during those first 4 years, and yet black folks voted him right the fuck back in. No, I'm not saying that it was only black people that got him in there because we're only, 13% of the population. So, of course I'm not, just dumb enough to realize that even if every, I'm not dumb enough to think that, okay, even if every black African American voted for Barack Obama, we could have got him in by ourselves. No, that's crazy. But it would have been a political statement for black people to not vote for this guy. That would have been a political statement. You know what I'm saying? The way the Hispanics are talking about our approval rating of you has went down because you have not yet done what you said you were going to do as far as immigration. So our approval rating of you has gone down, and we're letting you know. And you're going to feel it at the polls. See, they understand this, man. Group economics in the political arena. Black folks don't practice it, so we don't ever get anything. That's it for this one, man. Long Locks 82. Y'all be easy.